Okay, I'm recording now. So let me share my screen. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Okay, good. So here is the signal room. Now in this signal room, we have different signals, different types of signals. So let's look at, this was today. Today was TP back to back. For the past few days, we've been dealing with only synthetic signal. Only what's it called? Only technical signals. We've not really had any fundamental signal for some days now. But sometime during maybe next week, we're going to have some. I'm going to pay a little bit of attention to fundamental signals. Fundamentals work too. It's just that most of the time the fundamental signals are long trades. They are trades that you have to hold for days, sometimes several days, and sometimes for a whole day before you finally hit your TP. So that's why I don't usually give those signals a lot. So this is what our signal looks like. This is a signal. Okay. The moment I have a direction, I would signal it immediately by XAUUSD now. Now, XAUUSD is the same as gold. So anytime you see XAUUSD, you know that's gold. Some brokers identify it as gold, while some identify it as XAUUSD. So once you are seeing a signal, just go to your broker and just go to your account and type find the instrument and select it to take a trade. Now, the moment you have your buy, take a buy. Now, when you buy a signal, wait for more information on the signal. This is further information on that signal. Okay. Now, this was posted at 5:48. I took time to type out the details. Now, the reason why I posted this without this is so that we don't miss part of that trade, because the time it took me to type out the TP, the stop loss, and all that, it might be a few minutes, and during that time, trade is already moving on. So by the time you finally have this, you might already be like 5, 6, 7 pips in profit already. So if we are waiting for the full signal to come like this, we might lose some pips while we are waiting, and that's the reason why I always give you the instruction first: buy or sell. The moment you have your buy or sell, just take a buy and take a sell as it is and leave it like that. So I'm going to show you also on the mobile phone, because I know most people will be using mobile. I'm going to share the mobile screen later on and show you how to take the signal when we find it. This is one. Now, secondly, when we now have the details of the trade, you now just need to go and edit that trade. So just go in, edit it, and enter the details from here. So take note of what we have here. The entry 1953 to 1949.3, and stop loss at 1945, TP1 at 1955, TP2 at 1957.3. So I'm going to switch to mobile view now, share my mobile screen, and then show you how to enter those trades if you want to take them. So I'm switching to my account on mobile. Don't worry, I'll share the screen once I'm set up. So just give me a moment to set up. Okay, let me share the screen now. Let me stop sharing here and start sharing on the other side. So I believe you can see my screen now. Okay. Now we have an instruction from our signal that says buy gold now at this point. So we are going to look for gold. I told you before that gold will either be gold like this or XAUUSD. Now this is gold here. You can see it. That's gold there. So on XM Global, it is called gold. But on some brokers, if you are not on XM Global, it's not good. It might not be gold. It might be XAU USD. So take note of that. And this is the reason why I wanted all of us to be on the same broker so that we can get the same information as we get into the trade. So let's switch to gold now. Now you have two options. I said you just have the option of buying and selling, but I want to take a look at the chart before I decide what I want to do. That's the current account balance on this account, 3,002. My trades for today was $223 in profit. Okay, I have someone joining the group. Let me quickly admit that person. Okay, so here we are. The instruction says we should buy. However, this is not a valid instruction anyway, considering what the market is doing right now. This is supposed to be a sell. We're supposed to be, if I was going to post a signal now, it's going to be a sell, not a buy. However, let me assume that it's still going to be a buy. So the instruction says we should buy at a certain price. I'm assuming the price is where the market is right now at 1913. And it just says buy. So set your lot size. Let me move this camera aside a little so that you can see. So set your lot size at the top here. You can type it in. If you have a small account, it will be 0.01 or 0.02 if you have a $100 account, or 0.03 if you have a $200 account. And if you have a large account, you can use 0.2 or 0.1 or 0.3. For those who have accounts that are from 1,000 and above in equity, you can use 0.2 or 0.1 or even 0.3, depending on how sure you are of the signal. And you can also use any of these buttons around here. These buttons at this point, you see this plus at the corner here, the right hand corner. You see I'm touching it at the top, the right hand side, and then the minus at the left hand side. You can use it to reduce the lot sizing depending on where you want to add. And once you have selected what you want, just click on buy. Okay, and then the order is placed. So you can see our order right now is running in loss. Naturally, every trade will start on the negative. Whether it's correct or not, your trade will always start on the negative. That's because of what we call spread. Spread is the difference between the buy price and the sell price. This is what we call spread. Let me quickly switch to the chart. Look at under gold. You see spread 37. That is 37 pipettes. That's 3.7 pips. If I look at it on a smaller time frame, let's look at it on 1 minute, for instance. Can you see the gap between the red line and the blue line? That is your spread. If you are buying at the blue line. And when you buy at the blue line, price has to get to where the red line is before you start running in profits. If you are selling at the red line, price has to get to the point where the blue line is before you start seeing your profit. So now the market is running against our trade right now. Like I said before, this is not supposed to be a sell trade. It's supposed to be a buy trade. It should be a sell trade. However, I'm taking a buy because that is the instruction from the signal that we're using as example. So don't worry, my account can bear this. I can wait it out. This would still hit a take profit eventually. It will still come back and I will close it in profit. Or even if I close it in loss right now, it's not much. It will be most likely maybe about $10 or thereabout. This is $8. So I could afford to close it. So at the end of the example, if I have to close it, I'll close it. So don't worry about it. I can take care of myself. But don't do this on your own live account too. Okay? Don't do this on your live account unless you have a $3,000 account that you can afford to throw $20 or $50 away. But if you can't do that, please don't try what I am doing right now on your live account. So having said that, the next thing we now want to do is the details on the signal comes in later. It says buy gold at this price. You see, I started with buy XAU USD. I now continued as buy gold. That is to tell you that whichever broker you see, whatever your broker identifies it as, so you can easily know what it is at this range, which is where we entered from. Which means that if it continues to drop against us all the way to 1949, which will put us at about 30 pips in loss, it is still valid trade. So if somebody comes in after the trade has been posted, we enter the trade at 1953, and that person comes in at 1950, like maybe 3 or 4 minutes later, and sees this signal and checks the price, and the price is at 1950, it is still within this range, that person can still enter the trade, can still take a buy. I hope you understand that. If somebody comes in and sees it at 1949.6 or 0.7, not below 0.3, the person can still enter the trade. But the moment you see it at more than 1949.3, below that, then don't take it again, because it is already too much lower than our zone. It's out of the zone already. There's a very high chance that it will go ahead and hit this stop loss. So to avoid that, you can avoid that trade and just let it go. I hope it's making sense to everybody. Please respond. Let me know that you're getting me. I'm sorry, I've taken a lot of cold things today, so it's affecting my throat, my voice. All right, so having said that, we can now set our stop loss. So let's go into the trade now and edit this trade. I'm going to have to set a new stop loss and a new take profit because we didn't enter the trade appropriately anyways. So let me say I'm putting my stop loss at somewhere around here. Let me minimize this one so you can see. I'm putting my stop loss at somewhere around here. I'm not going to do that though, but let's assume that's the stop loss that was set for us, 1899. That's a lot of stop loss. No, let's pull it back. Let's assume the stop loss is at 1907. Okay, 1907. That's where they set stop loss for us. So to edit your trade, all you need to do is just slide left on the trade. Click on the trade and slide left. Once you slide left, this trade will come out, and you have 3 buttons there. The first one with a check mark in a circle is to accept whatever the current price of the current position of the trade is and close it as it is. So if I close it now, I'm closing it at a loss of $34. Okay, but that's not what we wanted to do. The second one has a pencil. That pencil tells you that you can edit that trade. So what we want to do is to edit. So we'll click on edit, and then we can now set our stop loss. Our stop loss was, I can't remember, I think it was 1907, I think 1907.0. So you can set it. Now if your stop loss that you're setting is not correct, this modifier that you see at the bottom here, this modifier here will not be black, it's going to be gray. Let me give you an example. If I set a stop loss that is above the current price, 1913, do you see what happens? It's above the current price. Stop loss cannot be above when you are in a buy. Stop loss has to be below. So the moment the stop loss is above it, you see the modifier is no longer black, which means you cannot click on it. So let's go back and set the right thing. 1917. Oh, sorry, 1907. Now it's correct. So we also set our take profit. Currently the price is at 1912. We want to take profit at, let's say, 1914. So set take profit at 1914. If any of the two of them, either stop loss or take profit, is not correct, the modifier will turn off. You can notice that when I started typing the take profit, the modifier turned itself off, which means I have not set something that is acceptable yet. But the moment I set something that is acceptable, it becomes valid. So now it can accept that order. So once you have typed it correctly according to the instruction that you have from your signal here, then just simply accept, click on modify, and that automatically modifies it. Your trade continues to run. If you click on that trade now, you will see the details of the trade. We have a stop loss in place, we have a take profit in place. Really, I can't hear it from my end though. I can't hear any noise from my end here. Okay, so, whoa, can you hear me now? Wow, okay, let me check, let me see if there's anybody that is not muted, so I can mute them. Okay, everybody is muted, so it might be on your network. Can you disconnect from the call and reconnect again? Maybe it's from your network. Jeremiah, you're raising a hand. Do you have a question? You don't have a question. So let's continue. So now we have our trade set. Okay, is there anybody else who is having problem hearing me? Please let me know. If you're having problem hearing me, please unmute yourself. Anybody else? Even Abiola too. This is a serious matter. But there's no noise here. Okay, let me turn off. Is the noise still there? Wow. Okay, is the noise still there? Daniel, is the noise still there? Abiola, is the noise still there? Okay, John, you can hear me now. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. How is the noise? Can anybody hear me now? Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. Finally. All right. So I hope we got the idea of how to take the trade, how to modify your trade. That's clear to everybody, right? Very good. So now our trade has been set and it is running. So you can check the status of your trade. Yes? Okay. Okay. We'll take your questions. Let me start with who do I start with? Okay, anybody should go first. The lot size. Okay, once you have taken a trade, the only editing you can do to your lot size is to reduce it. So I have a 0.2 lot size now. I can reduce it, but reducing you cannot be done from the editing part. It can only be done from the closing part, the first button there that has a check. So if I click on that now, I can edit my lot size to 0.10. You see at the bottom is telling me you want to close with loss 3.8. 3.8 is half of the current profit or loss that is running on the account. So usually you can use that when I ask you to break even or take part of your profit. It means you can close part of your trade in profit and let the others run. So this is the only way to reduce or to adjust the lot size. You can only reduce it, you can't increase it. Do you understand that? And reducing it means that you are closing part of it in either profit or loss depending on the position of your traders at that time. So I'm going to go back now. You will realize that my trade is actually in more than $5. It's $9.8 in loss for now. Okay, any other question? The other person has a question too. Who was that? The noise is there again. Is it better now? Okay, so you can hear me, right? Is there any other person hearing this noise? Wow. Okay, 1 minute. Let me disconnect and reconnect, please. How is it now? Is there still noise? Okay, can you hear me now? Hello, is anybody there? Okay, Abiola, you can hear me now. Okay. Adebayo, you are asking a question. I mean, Adedayo, you are asking a question. Please continue. Okay. Okay. Now, I think it's either video 2 or video 3 of your training. I talked about pips and pipettes and how to calculate them. You might want to watch that again to get it right. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to let me see if I can quickly run through it again. Let me get my touch pen so I can easily touch on my screen. Okay. Now, when you have to calculate lot sizes, okay. Okay, I'll do this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now for a moment so I can guide you on how to do that. I'm trying to get my whiteboard so I can write, okay? So bear with me. Okay, I have my board now. Let me share my screen. Okay, can everybody see my board? Okay, great. So I have, let's assume that we enter at the current price on gold, which was 1912. Okay, 1912 point, let's say 12 for just for argument's sake. And I say that your take profit should be 20 pips. Okay, and your stop loss should be, let's say, 40 pips. Now, what is the instruction? Are we buying or are we selling? If we are selling, then our stop loss will be at the top and our take profit will be at the bottom. Why? Because we expect price to come down. Am I correct? Good. Now, bearing that in mind, we will now say if we are buying, let me quickly remove. So we assume that we are buying now and our take profit is 20 pips. What do? We want to calculate 20 pips from this. The first thing you want to do is eliminate this first one. Okay? Eliminate the first character in this place. Just delete that one out of your mind. Now you want to focus on these two. if you want to calculate 20 pips out of this, you want to remove this dot and count 20 pips out of the remaining one. Out of 19,121, count 20 out of it. That will give you 19. If the 20 pips is to go down, that will give you 19,2. If you add 19,1, 2, if you add 2 to this to make it 20, you understand? Let me see. It's like I'm beginning to model it up small. Even me, I'm getting confused with the way I'm talking about it. It's not my style at all. Okay, let's come back to it. Now, this was the original price. Are we together? Hello, are we together? Okay, so we now said we want to buy. Now we are buying. If we are buying, we expect price to keep increasing, to go up. So which means that if we are in profit, this will be increasing in price, not reducing. If we are in loss, it means it's dropping. So if we now say we want to calculate 20 pips in profit here, we want to add 20 pips to what we currently have. But before we add the 20 pips, we will first remove this last character here. Whatever is there, eliminate it in your mind. It will still be showing on your screen, but just get it out of your mind that it's not there. Okay? The next thing is to add 20 pips to the remaining things. Forgetting this dot that is here, just forget about it and add 20 pips to what you have there. So if I have 19121 plus 20, that will give me 19141. Am I right? Then count the 4 characters that always started it and put the dots back. This is what your take profit will be. 1914.1. Do you understand that now? So if I tell you to put your top take profit at 20 pips, then that means you are just going to remove the last character here first, remove the dot, add 20 to whatever is remaining, then calculate it and put the dot back, and that gives you the price where you will set your take profit. If I tell you that your stop loss is going to be 40 pips, if stop loss is going to be 40 pips, you are going to remove 40 pips from whatever the price is after you have first removed the last character, remove the dots, and then, do you understand now? Remove the last character, remove the dot, then minus 40. That will give us 19. Do you understand now? 19081. Then count the 4 characters, put the dots back. So it becomes 1908.1. So 1908.1 for stop loss, 1941 for take profit. So if we are now selling, the reverse will now be the case. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Adedayo. You are welcome. Okay, so let's come back to our class now. Let's stop sharing that and get back to it. So I hope we now understand how to enter the signals now. Now I said earlier that on very rare occasions we get what we call a fundamental signal. Now fundamental signal is doesn't happen very often. I've not even posted any fundamental signal throughout this week. Let me see. I've not posted any fundamental signal this week. Last week, I'm not sure I posted anyone either. Let me scroll through last week, see if we can find one fundamental signal there. I've not seen any fundamental signal for, in fact, this whole month of January itself. Okay, I think there are some in January, but not at the end. So just give me a moment. I'm trying to find one, because I need to explain that to you too, so that when you see it, you'll be able to trade it. Okay, I think I've seen one. Okay, so here we are. Now this is what a fundamental signal looks like. Let me share the screen. This is what a fundamental signal looks like here. This here is a fundamental signal. Now in that fundamental signal, the signal is based on news. As you can see, there's a lot of information there. It's plenty. You have to read through it. So, but you don't need to read all the information. Just follow this first line here. That's all. This is all you need. Buy now, Euro JPY. So all you need to do is just go to your MT4, find Euro JPY, and trade it. Let me see. Let me quickly open MT4 and find one for you. So just open Euro, go to your MT4, find Euro JPY that is highlighted here, and follow the instruction buy. This one, there's usually no stop loss and take profit, as at the time I usually enter the signal. That is because most of the time the markets, the news event will determine when we are taking profit and when we are setting stop loss. So you'll notice that the moment I gave the signal, this signal was dropped at 11:30. However, okay, I now posted an update, take profit at your discretion. Now what that means is this: you can choose how much your take profit will be and set it as your take profit. Then you can choose what your stop loss will be too. But when you have a fundamental signal, most of the time, until I post an actual signal for you to, actual price for you to use as stop loss, don't set a stop loss for it. Only use mental stop loss. Determine in your mind how many pips is going to be your stop loss. Then mark that point. So like on a chart now like this, I can mark the point I want to use as my stop loss, and once price reach that stop loss, I close it manually. Okay, so for fundamental signals, most of the time you will not see stop loss and take profit coming with the signal. The signal will come on its own. Later on, I may now tell you to either close it in profit, set a stop loss for it, or set a take profit for it. Do you understand that? So fundamental signals are a little bit different from technical signals, but they are also as profitable as technical. Sometimes they're even more profitable. Sometimes we post, especially when it is NAS 100 like this, you can get a signal for NAS 100 and maybe double your account on that single signal. Do you understand that? So they could be very, very crazy when they finally move. But overall, we've been doing extremely well in our group. In the group, we've been doing extremely well. Yesterday's signals were awesome. Today's signals were wonderful. As you can see, we were smashing TPs. This was today, and this was yesterday. Let's look at what happened in the market. Okay, this was yesterday. We set the first signal at 7:18. 2 hours later, we smashed TPs. Okay, so we even hit TP2 eventually that day, that yesterday. Then we took a second signal at 1:16, and we layered at 1:36, and then we hit all our TPs. We hit our first TP at about 1:44. That's about 15 minutes later, and 30 minutes later, and we smashed the other TP much later on that day. But I tell my new traders to always target TP1. Don't let TP2 be. Target only TP1 if you are a new trader, since you are trading only one position at a time. This was today. Our first signal was at 5:52 this morning, and we smashed TP. We layered at that point, and we smashed TP. Okay, let me talk about this layer. When I ask you to add a layer, okay, when I ask you to add a layer, it means that you should take one more position. This signal was for a buy at this price. Now when we bought at this price, we set our TP at 155. However, okay, now I see the complaints this guy was making yesterday. I didn't understand. I wrote stop loss instead of TP. Sorry about that. So we took this trade and set TP at 1955. That's TP1. However, the trade went against us for about 20 pips, and I told them to add another layer. When I say you should add another layer, it means you should take one more position, that is buy it again. even though the one you bought before is still running in loss, buy it again. Now, when you buy it the second time, you can now allow the two of them to run together to profit. Do you understand? Buy it the second time, then allow the two of them to run together in profit. So as we went on, we continued, and they were now running in good profit. At the end of the day, we closed our TP. We closed our TP. We smashed our first TP, and we smashed our second TP too that same day. In fact, one of the traders was so excited that he had to post the move in the group, and they were very excited. And we took a second TP. At the end of the day, we smashed both TPs, and we took another trade, I think later in the afternoon. This was around 12. We took a second trade around 12, and also layered that too. Now, the good thing about layering is, most of the time when you layer, you make double profits, because you now have two trades running that will give you double profits instead of only one trade. So I always like to layer when trade goes against us. So we smashed our TP, and then I didn't even know this guy posted that too. So someone posted the move too, to tell you how how excited they were about it. Okay, so a lot of excitement in the market for us today. Okay, some people even posted their results. Imagine that. I didn't even see this. So someone posted their result there. Okay, so that's what happens when maybe I should stop using earpiece. Is the noise still there? Please, someone should respond. Is the noise still there?
It's gone.
It's gone. Okay, so I think it was my earpiece that was making the noise. I've removed it.
Okay, yeah, it's better now.
Okay, my voice is clear, right?
Yes, it's clear.
Awesome. So this is what happens. Yes, I stopped sharing the screen. Let me share back again. So this was what we did throughout today. So we actually hit our TPs today as well. Both TPs were smashed yesterday. Both TPs were smashed today as well. And we went home very excited. And guys were so excited they were twirling in the group. Anyways, that's in the VIP group. So the free signal group is open for those who have created their account and funded their account as well. If you have not funded your account, please endeavor to do that and send me a screenshot of your account, with showing the balance and your account number, so that I can add you to the group and you can start receiving the signal. So this is how the the program is going to be. In starting from now till the end of February, and I think first week of March, approximately 30 days anyway of trading, we want to see how many people are going to increase their capital by 70% at least. If you can do 100%, it's fine. As a matter of fact, with these signals, you can do 100% in 2 weeks. I'm telling you, you can do 100% of your account in 2 weeks. But let's just take it for 1 month. Let's take it easy. Let's not rush anybody. So take it slowly. Trade your account. Manage your account. Manage your risk properly. I'm not trading anybody's account. You are trading your account by yourself. So whatever results we have at the end of the month, at the end of the 30 days, we are going to look at where you started and where you are. Anybody who is able to do 70%, just do your trade results for the last 30 days, and if it shows me a profit of 30% on your account, take a screenshot, send it to me. I will transfer $100 to you, either in Naira or in USDT, whichever you prefer. I'll transfer it to you, to the person that has the highest. The second highest person will get $75, and the third highest person will get $50. And the next 10 people will get 5,000 Naira recharge from me. The next 10 people that have good profits too, even if they don't make up to 70%, as long as you're able to manage.
Yes, sir.
I said the person with the highest profit margin. It doesn't matter. Do you know, it doesn't matter how much you funded, as long as your profit, you have the highest percentage of profit. What that means is this: if somebody funds $100 now, and is able to grow his account from $100 to 180 or 200. Another person funds 500 and grew his account from 500 to, let's say, 550 or 600. The person that grew his account from 100 to 200 has better profit than the person that grew from 500 to 600. Do you understand that? So I'm going to use the percentage to judge who has the highest profit. It's not by account size. The minimum capital that you should have in your account. If you are going to trade with me, either as my mentee or as just a trader who is following my signal, you shouldn't go into the market with less than $100. I don't advise it. Normally not less than 200. But since you are using XM Global that is going to give you 100% bonus on your account, it means if you funded $100, you automatically have $200 to trade. So which is still good. So I don't fault that at all. So because of that, I ask you, anybody who has the highest percentage of profit at the end of those 30 days of trading throughout the month of February and the first week of March, sorry, I have to take some water. Give me a moment. So the person that has the highest profit percent for the month will get a prize of $100 from me. Okay, I'm going to give you $100. You can choose to spend it if you like. You can choose to add it to your trading capital and continue to trade whatever you like. It's your money. You do whatever you want with it. I'm going to pay you from my own pocket. It's not broker. I'm going to give you $100 from my own pocket. The next person that has the second highest percentage of profit will get $75 from me. The next person with the third highest percentage of profit will get $50 from me, all from my pocket. Then the next 10 people out of everybody that contested will get 5,000 naira recharge. Any network, just tell me the network you are using. I will recharge 5,000 naira for you. You can choose to do data with it. You can choose to do whatever you want to do with it. So we'll get 5,000 naira recharge from me. So that is the contest that we're having. And that's what I wanted everybody to be a part of it. It doesn't matter. Even if you've never traded before, you can still take this challenge. Trust me. Because I'm going to hold you by the hand and walk you through this challenge every step of the way. So it's almost like you are getting a mentorship for the next 1 month free of charge. But for those who are already in the mentorship class, we are continuing our mentorship. I am very, very confident in what you people are going to do by the end of the 1 or 2 or 3 months that we're going to spend together. So relax, you have a great chance. Now, for those who would be interested in joining the mentorship program, my mentorship is very, very expensive. I've said that before. I'm telling you again. I don't joke with people who I am mentoring. I don't joke with them at all. They are like my life. Okay? So it's my responsibility to make sure that they are profitable, whether they like it or yes. So normally I charge $200 minimum for my mentorship. That's 150,000 naira. But for those who are going through this training right now, you have a chance to pay only 35,000 naira, which is 75% discount that I'm giving you. Just a quarter of the normal mentorship fee is what I am collecting, what I'm asking you to pay now for those who want to join the mentorship. But the catch is that it's only available for only 15 people starting today. Only 15 people out of this current group that is ending their training today. Those of you that ended your training last week, I already concluded your own matter with you, so I'm not talking about you. I already concluded my matter with you. I've made up my mind on what I'm going to do to those people in that group. But for those who are ending their training today, who normally ended their training today, that we're supposed to have a call on Tuesday, that we schedule it for today. So your training is ending today, and the live call is ending today. But for those of you who have not completed their course online, please go and complete your course online. It's that important. Even if you are going to sign up for mentorship, still complete that course online. It makes it easier for you to be able to scale through the mentorship program. Do you understand that? So for those who would like to take the mentorship, it's just 35,000 you are paying, but only 15 people between now and Sunday. Today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have between now and Sunday to pay for your mentorship. So if you would like to take it's not compulsory. Mentorship is not compulsory. Whether you are joining the mentorship or not, you can still participate in the contest. You can still win my $100 whether you are in the mentorship. In fact, maybe I'm the one that will pay for most people's mentorship, because if you take the mentorship, if you take the Signal group serious and you trade seriously, you actually could win the money you need to pay for mentorship and still fund your account from there too. Some of us borrowed money to start businesses. And in fact, I know people who borrow money to go and do Ponzi scheme and end up, losing all the money. We didn't die. So this is a legit business and a very legit venture that you can go into, and you can recover whatever you borrow to start it. So I don't see any reason why anybody cannot borrow. But I'm not saying go and borrow. It's trading. Forex trading can be risky too. If you don't know what you're doing, you can lose all your money. Okay, you can even lose the shirt on your back too. I've lost a lot in the market, but I don't lose anymore now. So for now, mentorship is 35,000 for those who are interested, and it's for only the first 15 people that make payments, that sign up and make payments for it. But I expect everybody to sign up for the contest. At least do that for yourself, not for me. I don't need it. I'm the one that is even giving you in this case. So do that for yourself. Let's see what we can come up with so that we can stop complaining about money. The only complaint I have about money right now is not that I don't have it. The only complaint I have is that I can't access it sometimes. And it's annoying, especially this period now. POS is not working, ATMs are not working, banks are not working. The only thing we can do is transfer. What if I want to buy something and the person does not accept transfer? So that's the only thing that I don't like right now about this country, Nigeria, this moment. But when you say there's no money, it's never my problem. I don't know when last I complained about money. I don't complain about money anymore, and I can never complain about money anymore. No matter the matter, I'll be rich till I die. I swear. It's not joke anymore. I'm not quoting lyrics anymore. Do you understand? So, yes, you'll be rich till you die. I pray so. I hope so. I am going to work with you on that. But you have to take the bull by the horn by yourself first. I'm not going to force. They say you can force the horse to the stream, but you cannot force them to drink water. So you are the one that will make up your mind whether you want to drink water or not. So let's get to work and see what we can come up with. Even if you can't sign up for mentorship, make sure that you fund your account, register your account, fund your account, and start making use of the free signal to raise capital for yourself to do some good business. Do we have any questions? Okay, Melody Omige, you are raising your hand. You've raised your hand like 4 times. Go ahead, ask your question. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me, sir?
Of course, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Sir, my questions are: one, the signal group we talked about.
Yes.
Is it for only particular time of the day? Like, say we'll say, okay, by 10 o'clock the signals will be dropped. By so and so time the signals will be dropped. So we can always be online to get them.
Okay, now.
And also,
let me answer that quickly before you ask the next one. There's no specific time that the signal will be dropped. We don't know what will happen in the market until we get into the market. So I don't know what will happen tomorrow until tomorrow comes. So I can't give you what time I will drop the signal tomorrow. But I'm always on the line checking the market. The moment I see a favorable trade signal, I take several signals. It's not all the signals that I take that I actually post. It's not every trade that I personally trade that I will post in the signal. I only post signals that I am confident, like this one is a high probability trade, because I don't want those who are following me to lose money. I can afford to lose $200, $300, even $500 in a day. It won't hurt me. But I know the people who are following me cannot afford to lose $20, $30 in one day without it hurting them. So I only post high probability trades in the signal. Now, I can't guarantee when those high probability trades will be available. But one thing I can assure you is that it is from morning till like 3-4 p.m. After 4 p.m., there's a very, very, very low chance that I will post any more trade. If I post any trade, that trade might be running for 2 or 3 days after that, so anybody can enter at that time. Do you understand that? That's the only guarantee I can give you. I don't trade after 4. After 4 o'clock, don't expect any signal from me again. But it could happen anytime from 5 a.m. till 4 p.m. I hope that answers that question. Let me have your second question.
okay, sir. The mentorship class, is there a particular duration it's going to last for, or is for forever, like till
Okay. Okay, now my mentorship program is for 3 months. Initially 3 months. But you know that our learning capacities are different. There are people who can capture everything in 2 months and move on, and they don't need you anymore. I've had several students like that. But there are also people who in 5 months they are still struggling, and you still have to keep supporting them. So my mentorship program is initially for 3 months, but it's extendable by another 3 months if you are not catching on fast enough. But I can guarantee that within 6 months, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't catch everything you need to catch to be independent in the market, unless you are not serious. And if you are not serious, I won't even need 6 months to know that you are not serious. So it's 3 months, but extendable for another 3 months. That's 6 months in total. And within that 6 months, you have full access to the signals, every signal that I am dropping. In fact, after the 6 months, you still have access to the signal. I don't remove VIP students from the group. They own the group. So it doesn't matter how many years they are still there. But most of the time, within that 6 months, they don't need my signals anymore. They're already generating signals for themselves, and they're making profits. So they don't need my signals anymore. Okay. Do you have any other question?
And sir, yes, I still have some more. The contest. When is it? Is it like starting on Monday next week?
Yes, we are kicking off. We are kicking off the signals on Monday. You can join on Monday too, but you can join anytime from Monday. Even if you are not ready by Monday, you are ready by Friday, you can join us. Do you understand? It doesn't matter. Somebody can still join and within 2 weeks still catch up and still, beat some people that have been going on for some months. So it's all about your dedication and your seriousness. But I advise everybody to join as quickly as possible. If possible, get your account ready before Monday so that by Monday we can kick off fully.
All right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, any other question from anybody? It's already past 10 and I didn't want this class to drag for beyond 10 o'clock. I have another training for tomorrow. In fact, it's a crazy training tomorrow. Let me show you what the groups that are having training tomorrow. I had to break them into 2 groups because they were just too much for one group. Your group was just about 200 people. This group is over 1,100 people. So it's going to be a lot of work. Take a look at that. That is 1,024 participants in group 3, and class 4 already have almost 100 participants there. Can you see that? So I have close to 1,200 people that would, and they are still joining. People are still joining the group. So I have like close to 1,200 people that I'm starting training for tomorrow. So I'm going to be extremely busy for this weekend. Okay, but I'll still be available anyway to those who have access to me, especially my mentorship students. So anyone who wants to sign up for the mentorship, please send me a DM immediately after this call so I can take note of you. Remember, I have only 15 slots for this your batch. Only 15 because I need to keep space for the next set of people that are coming. I don't take more than 30 people at a time. So only 15 for your slot, for your batch, and then I can consider other people too after that. Do we have any other question?
No.
Okay, I think that's about it. Okay, so I'll post. Okay, someone is raising a hand. That's John Egego. John, do you have a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Sir, actually, when it comes to leverage, sir, I don't really get the knowledge very well. Like, I'm trying to assimilate how to actually leverage markets, but it's not. I'm not too sure what I'm doing just.
Okay. You see, leverage is actually a general concept. Okay, it's not peculiar to forex trading. Forex is only adopting it because it works fine in our climate. However, if you want to understand it better, try to look at it from a general perspective. Let's say I give you a string of numbers. Say I give you a string of numbers, like 10,000 numbers. Ephraim Bawa, I can see your hand. Just hold on. I'll call you.
Yes.
So let's say like 10,000 numbers that I give to you, and I ask you to sum it up, to add it together without calculator. Do you understand? John, are you with me? Ephraim, please mute yourself. Mute yourself for now. Don't worry, I'll call you when I'm done done answering John's question. Thank you. So now, if I give you those 10,000 numbers and I ask you to add them up with your head, even if it is just, in fact, let me just say from 1 to 1,000, and I ask you to add it up with your head, you know it might not be easy. Now, imagine if I now gave you a calculator and I say, use calculator to add from 1 to 1,000. You know it will be a lot easier than adding it with your own head. Am I right? Now, imagine if I now give you a computer with access to internet and a program that you can simply say sum 1 dash 1,000, and the computer will automatically understand the information and compute it by itself without you typing 1, 2, 3, 4 like you did with the calculator. Which do you think would be easier?
It's the computer, sir.
Definitely the computer. Now, that is how leverage works. Your leverage is just an opportunity for you to be able to do your work or to get a better result faster. Do you understand? Now, in Forex, we have different types of leverages. But the first leverage is the right skill that you can have. Once you have the good skill and a trading strategy that works, you have your first leverage. The second leverage is your broker. The kind of broker that you use could be a reason why you will make profit or not make profit. Now, the third leverage is the one that your broker gives you, which is the leverage that we are all used to, which is the leverage that you have in that training. That leverage is in this form. It is general, and that's where you have, when you are registering your account, you will see 1 to 10, 1 to 20, 1 to 50, 1 to 100, 1 to 1,000, and so on. No, not even the standard and the order. That one is lot sizing. We are coming to that. Lot sizing is a little bit different from leverage, though they are both interconnected anyway, but they are different. Now, normally we know that with lot sizing, you need 100,000 units of a currency to be able to trade that currency. That's for a standard lot. For instance, now, if you want to trade Euro USD on a standard lot, you need 100,000 euro to buy US dollar. Do you understand that? But with your leverage, your broker can say they are giving you a leverage of, let's say, 1 to 1,000, for instance. Now, it means that for every $1 that you deposit in your account, your broker will match it with the leverage of $1,000, which means that with $1 you can be trading $1,000 as if you have $1,000 in your account. Now, if you have $10, that will automatically mean that you can trade 10,000 lot sizes. If you have $100, that means you can automatically trade 100,000 lots at a time, which means that you can fund your account with $100 on a leverage of 1 to 1,000. You can trade one standard lot as if you have $100,000 in your account. Do you understand that now? So without leverage, it becomes very difficult for a layman like me and you who have only $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000 to trade the Forex. If you don't use leverage at all, the minimum that you can go into the market with is $100,000 in your account, and you can only take one position. If you take one position and it goes 1 pip against you, you lose your money. You can see how difficult it is to trade without leverage. So with leverage now, we can now enter the market and do shakara self on top of it, and wait and set a stop loss of 30 pips, and the stop loss is hit and we still have balance. If you set a stop loss of 2 pips on 1-to-1 leverage and you have $100,000 in your account, if that stop loss is hit, your account is 0. 2 pips only, your account is 0. So that's how leverage works.
Okay, sir. Sorry, I don't know. Can we actually just practice something about the leverage stuff, like just a screen record and to show how to leverage?
See, there is no way to practice leverage. Leverage runs in the background. Do you understand? It runs in the background. What I would advise you to do is go back to the training and watch the training on lots and leverages again. Watch the training on lots again alone first, very well, like 2 or 3 times, then watch the training on leverage. I think you will be able to get it. Do you understand? Try that a couple of times. If you still don't get it, if you watch the two of them a couple of times and you don't get it, let me know. I'll see what I can do about explaining it to you again.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Okay, so Ephraim, let me hear your question. I think that's the last question for tonight.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir, very much. We greatly appreciate
Sure.
it for the free learning. When you were talking about candlesticks, you spoke about a book.
Okay.
That you said you put it in the group. I don't know.
Okay, that's true. All right. Please send me a message on WhatsApp to remind me so that I'll send a book to your group. Then I'll try and upload them to the website for the next batch of students too.
All right.
Please remind me on WhatsApp. Much. Thank you. Okay. Elmira. Elmira, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, my question is was just about the
Okay, so it's also about the book, right? Okay, that's not a problem. I would just remind me of what you want. Just send a message to me on WhatsApp of what you want. I'll get them across to you. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so in the absence of any other question, this is 10:19 already. So my upcoming mentorship students, please send me a message on WhatsApp. Let me know that you're interested in the mentorship so I can book you and keep your slots for you. Now, once the 15 slots are gone, I'm not taking anybody again. That's not negotiable. So thank you so much for the night, for your time. Thank you so much for going through my training. I'm excited. I love training and I'm very excited working with you. So the training is still open to you. You are free to log into the website anytime and take any part of the training over and over again. If you have any questions, send them to me on WhatsApp. I'll try to respond to them as quickly as I can. Do have a wonderful night, and you can exit the call any minute. And see you all in the future. Have a wonderful night rest.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay. So good evening, everyone. People are still coming into the call. At the moment, I think we have about 21 people in this call, and we're expecting about 70 or thereabouts. So let's continue. The others will join us as we proceed. Alright, so as I said, this journey has been very interesting. I don't know how many people finished the course. If you finish the course, you finish all the 4 lessons, the 22 topics in the 4 lessons. Please raise your hand. Let me see how many people finished. You finished the course on bluepeopleeffect.com.ng. Please raise up your hand. I can only see 1 hand. Okay, 2 hands. Only 2 people finished. 3. I'm counting, and I'm going to take a screenshot of the people who have finished the course because I need to use it anyway personally. So I'm counting how many people have finished the course, and I'm going to confirm. I'm going to check on the back end to see whether they actually finished or they just want me to. So I'm looking for people to count. Let them give me people to count. So how many of us finished the course from 1 to 4? You are very sure that you finished everything. Raise up your hand. I have only 5 hands up. Okay. Alright, I'm going to assume the rest of the people who finished the course are not yet here and will be joining us as we proceed. But if you have not finished it, you are not doing yourself so much good. I swear to you, you are not. Those who have taken the course and finished it, I'm sure they understand what we are into, and they know the reason why I insist that you finish it. Okay? Okay, Christiana, you say you're almost done. Please try and complete it. Please try and complete it. Okay, Chika has finished it. Now, for those who have finished it, you can see the reason why I say it's a very valuable course that you need to take. And that is just the basic to get you started. Occasionally, I'm going to be posting more of those trainings as I, come up with them. There are still a lot more trainings than that, than what you have on the course that I have not put up. I'm going to put them up, but not part of the course. I'm going to put them up as an advanced section, an addition to that course. Don't worry, it's still going to be free. Okay, so relax. It's still going to be free. That's why I told you that everyone must have an account, so that you can always log in anytime there's a new course, and you can always take the new courses anytime. So you don't always have to create a new account or look for new accounts to join the course. Now, you have accounts already, which makes it easy for you. All you need to do is just check occasionally, or the groups, the training groups that you belong to, the 4 WhatsApp groups that we use for this training. I'm going to merge all of them in a single community so that it becomes only one community. Okay, you still have the 4 groups will be individual. Then I'm going to have a community that contains all of them as well. So when I have announcements like that, I'll just post it in the community and everybody will get it at once. So that's an easier way for me to pass information than having to copy it and send to all the 4 groups at the same time. And after today, for the month of February, we are going to have 2 more training towards the end of the month, 2 more training, and that will give us another 3 or 4 groups like that, sometimes with as much as 300 to 700 people in each group. It's going to be a lot of people and a lot of groups to manage. So to make it easier for me, because I still have to focus on those groups, I still have to focus on training you, and I still have to focus on trading and providing signals as well at the same time. It's a lot of work. Okay, yes, it's work that pays very well, but it's a lot of work. Now, seeing as it's a lot of work, I'm trying to see how I can make it easier for me so I don't disappoint you. And that's the reason why I'm going to merge those groups. So if you see some of these modifications I talked about, some of these changes, if you see them coming into effect, please don't get angry, don't take it personal, don't just quit the group because of that. And if you choose to quit, that's probably because you have gotten enough of what you wanted, so you can leave anytime. See, I see people leaving the group, and I'm glad about it, because the more people I have in the group, the more people I have to deal with. If I have my way, I'll only deal with the few that will not stress me, you understand? And I like it when people live by themselves. So those kind of people will not stress me. The ones that choose to stay in the group are also people that will not stress me. So I don't like stress. As you see me, see, my hair is gray already. Any more stress than this, it will get grayer than this. Okay? Even though it's not age, it's biology. But that notwithstanding, and I like it as it is anyway. So I get a lot of compliments when I go out and people meet me on the road and say, Chief, I like your hair, it's very beautiful, please keep it. So I like it. However, I don't want it to be all white. I like the fact that there is gray and there is black. So to avoid the stress is the reason why I'm trying to cut down on some of those activities to make it easy. Okay, okay, somebody is on topic 18, Ephraim. That's good. Glory is almost done. Oh, Victor Shano said this is his first class. Victor Shano, I don't believe this is your first class. Please unmute yourself. I need to talk to you personally. I don't have anybody who joined this class recently. However, if this is really your first class, you need to send me a private message on WhatsApp. You missed the first training and you need to catch up on it. Do you understand me? Victor, can you hear me? Okay, so you missed the first training and you have to catch up on that. If you don't catch up on the first training, you'll be missing out on some of the things we are doing here. I expected that almost everybody has caught up with that, but it's fine. It's okay. I think I understand. It's okay. I'm going to post the first training in, once I merge the groups, I'll post the first training again, and then once I work on this today's training, I'll post that as well for the sake of those who are missing today's training. We have more than 2,000 people in our community, almost 2,000 people in this community, and this is barely 40 people in the class. So you can mute yourself now. Thank you. So okay, Glory Ogu, this is also your first class. It's okay, no problem. We'll catch up on it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so even if this is your first class, It's okay, I understand. I forgive you for missing out on the information I've posted in the group. I'm going to try and, catch you up on it. But you do me a favor. You can chat me up and let me know you are it's that today's training was your first time. That is, chat me up on WhatsApp after the training, not now, because I won't see it. I'm not checking WhatsApp now. After the training, chat me up. Let me know that this was your first training, so that I can catch you up on what you are missing. Okay, having said that, do we have any questions from the training and the course before we go into the points for today? Do we have any questions, any issues, any confusions, any contradictions from the trainings? Anybody? If you have a question, please raise your hand. Nobody's raising hand now. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand so we can address your questions. I don't want to waste time on questions. So if I don't see any hand in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to assume there are no questions and I'll move forward. We have to finish this training by 10 o'clock today. I will try. I don't want to take too much time. So 10 o'clock we should be done. Any questions? Going. Okay, we have a hand. Any other person? Any other person raising a hand? Alright, we have a couple of hands. So let's start with Ephraim. Ephraim, you have a question. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, coach.
Yes, good evening.
Okay, I have a number of questions here. The first one, during the first test, you mentioned that in the course of registering as a retail account, we chose this ratio 1 to 888.
Yes.
During the registration, so does it have anything to do with what is called leverage in course of trading? Let me know that, or someone got that wrong.
Okay. All right. Thank you. To answer that question, yes, that has a lot to do with the kind of trade that you'll be able to take with that kind of leverage. For someone who has a leverage of 1 to say 500, for instance, or someone who has a leverage of say 1 to 1 to 200, for instance, you won't be able to take as much trade as someone who has a leverage of 1 to 888. However, if your trade goes against you and your leverage is too high, it could actually lead to you blowing your account easily. So that's why I always tell my students to keep their leverages between 500 and 800 or 888, not more than 1000. If possible, avoid 1000 and above. But if you can, if there's a broker that provides anything more than 500 but less than 1000, then take it if your broker provides that. But if your broker does not provide that, then always go for the 1 to 500. That's the best one. But if you have 1 to 888 like we have in XM Global, then definitely go for that. That's the best position you can be, okay, with leverage. So leverage has a lot to do with your trade and how profitable it turns out. I hope you understand that.
Yes, thank you. So just as a follow-up to that one and one final question, as a follow-up to the one you just answered.
Yeah.
What side would you advise for someone on that 1 to 888? Maybe someone that is going to start between 100 to 300. What side would be more suitable? And then let me just ask the final questions that you take to us.
Okay.
Under this
So instant first.
like that relates to idea. So I had this question. I said that what if you enter a trade, say you say to a trading club and say maybe 150
Points.
event. But before reaching that point, the trade comes against you up to the point of your entry. Will it still stop automatically going around that point, or will it still stop going if you just leave you with the zero balance at that stage?
Okay. All right. So let me take those two questions quickly. The first one is the size, the lot size for account size, depending on your balance. Well, if you have, I'm going to do a spreadsheet and post to the group, to the trading group for those who have funded their account and are trading already, because that is going to be based on the broker that we are using together. which is XM Global. But anyway, just to answer that, for a $100, $150 to $200 account, I recommend 0.01 lot size, okay, not more than that. And if you have to, maybe 0.02 lot size. Now, you should not take more than, if you have from 100 to 150, you should not take more than 3 trades at a time, 0.02. If you have 150 to 200, you should not take more than 5 trades at a time, 0.02, okay, with 1 to 888 lot size. If you have less than 888 lot size, then you know you would have to reduce the number of positions you are going to take at a time, okay, in correspondence with your leverage size too, as it's reducing. Basically what that means is this: as you are taking your trade, there's a place in your MT4 that is labeled margin level percent. I'm going to show you that when we get into the training fully. Margin level percent. Never allow your margin level percent to drop below 500. Never do that if you have small accounts. If you have a large account, make sure it doesn't drop below 1000 to be on the safe side, okay? So keep your margin level percent above 500 as you are taking position. So if you take the first position, so your lot size will determine how quickly your trades will hit the 500 margin level percent. So if you take one position and it's at 1000 or 2000 something, you can take another position. It drops to 1000 something, you take another position. It drops to maybe 900, you can take another position. The moment it hits 600, stop taking new positions, okay? Now allow your trades to run until it hits stop loss or take profit, because if it continues in the negative, your margin level percent will keep dropping until it drops below 100. The moment it drops below 100, your broker can close your trades in the negative, and that's what we call accounts getting blown. So to avoid that, don't let your margin level percent get too affected by the trades that you are taking. So keep your lot sizes low. Even if your account can do more than that, don't always go for that, okay? Target little profit. Consistently make little profit. It can grow into a lot of money. See, 10 pips a day with 0.01 lot size is $1. If you maintain that for 1 month, for 1 year, $1 a day for 1 year, small money, yes, on your $50 or $100 account, you realize that in 1 year that account has grown to more than 300 and maybe about 280 dollars in profit, plus on top of your capital that is there before, which is giving you close to 300. If you go the second year, you can increase your lot size to 0.03 and make 3 times that kind of profit without really risking much of your account. So it's actually see, forex is a business. You have to allow it to grow, okay? You have to allow it to grow. Don't be too much in a hurry to make a lot of money. Someone took trades a couple of days ago, made I think about $14 or thereabout on a very small account, less than $100. And I posted my own trade where I made about 300 or something, $299. And he chatted me and said, "Coach, how can I make more profit on my trade?" And I said, the only way to make more profit is to top up your account, add more capitals to it. If you have $100, you can make it $500. If you have $500, you can make it $1,000. Okay, so let's now get into the training for today. I dropped the outline for today in the group. I hope everyone has seen it. But for those who haven't, let me drop it again. So today we are going to be touching a couple of issues that we need to touch, and then we are going to go into the training proper. I won't be using much of, you won't be seeing much of my face today. You won't be seeing much of my face today. So you'll be seeing more of the screens because we have a lot of work to do. These people that are just coming in by this time now, wow. Alright, so let's start. Account opening and funding. I've requested that everyone fund their accounts, register, verify your account, and fund it. And I told us that we should use the link that I sent to the group, plus the instruction, the guide on how to register. I believe we all did that, and everyone has, at least everyone who is serious about trading with me has done that already. Those who have not done that already, I encourage you to do that as quickly as possible. But at least from the number of registrations that I've seen, a lot of people have registered, even though most of them have not verified their account or still under verification, and a lot of people have not funded their account. But a few people who have verified their account have started funding. So let's try and do that. However, there's something I need to touch on today, and that is the minimum fund to trade the forex market. See, your broker might allow you to fund $10. Okay, please, praise Adegoke, I'm not treating account verification today on this call. Okay, so send me a private message later after the call, okay, so that I can see why your account is not verified and try to help you verify it as quickly as possible. So send me a private message later. Now, your broker may allow you to fund $10, $15, $5 even, okay? But personally, I don't advise that you trade with that account with that kind of capital. Now, here is my reason. This morning, when we started the trade, the first trade we took this morning, on the lowest lot size, 0.01, if you had a $100 account or a $50 account and you took 2 positions, you would have lost $10 in the morning. Okay, now when I posted that signal and the signal started going against us, started running towards stop loss at a point, I had to announce that they leave that trade, that they close the trade in that loss. Reason is because I didn't want it to continue and hit the stop loss and increase the loss more than that. However, I did not close my own trade. I didn't close my trade because I had enough capital to stand any pullback in the market. So what I simply did on my own personal account, which is what a few other people who had enough capital in their accounts did, was to shift our stop loss back a little. It's not advisable anyway, but it is okay, it's proper when you know how to do analysis and you can analyze the market and realize the reason why the pullback is happening. Okay, now the pullback was just a fake out. I knew that, but even though I knew it was a fake out, I knew that I have some people whose balance is less than $50. If I allow them to hold that trade, they might blow their account and I end up making profits, and I would feel very terrible if I now post my result at the end of the day and I say I made so and so in profit, and then the rest of you say, Oga, my account has been blown. I would not be a good person. That is the reason why I had to request that they close those trades, so that to save their accounts. And then those of us who had capitals, who had $300, $200, $1,000, $100 plus on our account, we could continue the trade. We did not close it. We held that position and we ended up making good profits on it. I said that we started on a loss today, but if you check the result I posted this evening, I didn't post my own personal result for personal reasons, because I already told them we hit a stop loss. If I posted my result and they did not see the minus, it might affect some people's psyche that what's going on, this guy is playing also. He told us to close the trade and he ended up making profits from the trade. I asked you to close the trade because of your capital size. Those who did not have that capital problem didn't have to close the trade. So having said that, on that note, I am not going to encourage anybody to trade signals either from me or from anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter who is giving you that signal. Don't try to trade it with $20 or $30 account. I beg you. Yes, it's good to fund $10, $20. As you have small money, put it on your broker account. Your broker will accept it and keep it there for you. Nothing will happen to your money. It's going to be there. Keep adding to it until you have enough to trade with confidence. See, when you have very small capital, it's a serious problem. If you have $40 or $20 or $30 as your capital, and you take a trade, and the trade is at -8, for instance, now, if your balance is, if your capital is $20 and your trade is -8, for instance, or -5 in loss, your margin level percent will already be very close to 100, which will mean that the broker could initiate a margin call on your account any minute. And if that happens, they close that trade in that negative, you lose $5 out of $20, your balance is $15. I swear you will not have the mind to enter any more trades after that. And as it turns out, the next 5 trades may be massive profit that would have grown your account from that $15 to maybe more than $50. But because your psychology has been affected by the fact that you have a very small account, and it has been affected by one loss, as in one negative signal, you end up losing for the whole day. But with a balance of like $50 or more, you can lose $5 and know that you still have $45, and you will not worry too much. You'll be ready to go into the market again to recover. So this is my conclusion now. Henceforth, please fund your account to $40 at least. For those of you who have funded $5, who have funded $10, $20, $18, $25, you have done well, but it's not enough. Go and try and do more. It's not so difficult to raise money. I swear to you, it's not difficult. Just think outside the box. Let me tell you something I did a while back when I needed to raise some money to do a business. I got up that day and I started thinking, what can I do? And that was the time Urgent 2K was raining. So I just thought, okay. So I took my phone, sat down, got a notebook, and wrote down a list of everybody in my contact list that can afford to give me 2K. 2,000 naira is rubbish money. 2,000 naira is just groundnut money. For someone like me, 2,000 naira is groundnut money. For some people, 2,000 naira is not even up to groundnut money. It's the kind of money they use to buy tissue paper. So I wrote a list of everybody in my contact that can afford to give me to borrow me 2,000, that can afford to dash me 2,000 naira and not feel it. Ask yourself, how many people in your contact list can afford to dash you 2,000 naira? Even as much as we are saying Nigeria is bad, those people can transfer 2,000 naira to you, and they will not look at you as a bad person, or they will not look at you as anything. You can find at least 50 to 100 of those people in your contact list. So I made the list. I had a list of over 500 when I finished writing the list. I wrote them out. I wrote down their name and their phone number or WhatsApp number. When I finished writing the list, I took my phone. I composed a very lovely text message because I wanted to use that money for business and I didn't have the cash. So I sent a message to all of them. Those that I could reach on WhatsApp, I sent them WhatsApp message. Those I could not reach on WhatsApp, I sent them text message. Those I could reach on Facebook Messenger, I sent them message on Facebook. What was the content of my message? I said, thank you for always being a part of my life and being a very good support all these years. I appreciate you. You know very well that skills, acquiring new skills in emerging technology is one of the ways to stay wealthy in this economy. And that is the reason why I have taken it upon myself to acquire some very beautiful technical skills. But to be able to get those skills, I need funds. Unfortunately, I am not able to raise all the funds I need to do this. At the moment, I have so and so amounts. I need so and so amounts more. Kindly loan me 2,000 naira. I did not ask for too much. I only asked for what I know they could afford. Kindly loan me 2,000 naira to start this business. The moment I become profitable at the business or I begin to make money from the training, I will repay your 2,000 naira with interest if you want. I cannot guarantee when this repayment will be, but I assure you that I will pay it back. Now, these are people that can afford to give 2,000 naira and not remember again. So it wasn't a problem for them. At the end of the day, do you know that out of that 500 name that I wrote down, I was able to raise close to 200,000 among that list. Guess how much they gave? 2,000, 1,000, 1,500. That was what they were sending. Only about 2 people. 2 of them, one was my cousin, the other was my very good friend who works in one big company, and he knows me very well. So he had to call me. That my friend had to call me. Sebastian, what's going on? And I said, boss, don't worry yourself. I just needed that fund. And he said, why are you asking for 2,000 naira? I said, that's what I need right now. And he said, okay, don't worry. Send me your account details. And I sent it, and he gave me 10,000 naira. And he sent me a message and says, I'm not borrowing you. I am giving you. My cousin did not even call me self. That one just sent me a text message, send your account number. And I sent it, and she sent me some cash too. She's based outside the country, so it's fine. She could afford it anyways. Do you understand that? Now, I raised almost 200,000 naira in less than 48 hours from doing that. And guess what? By the time I started making money from that, because I made up my mind, what I did, I was trying to create a system that I can train some people to raise money. That was what I was trying to test out. By the time I was trying to repay back that money, I started calling. That's why I wrote down their phone numbers. I started contacting them. Please send me your account details. Let me send the 2,000 that I collected from you a while back to start a business. I can afford to pay back now. All of them, not one, sent their account number. They all replied me, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. That may not be your case. You may not have made more than 100 people. But if 100 people gave you 1,000 naira only, you have funded your account with more than $100 if you are not a thief and you ate the money. That $100 can become $1,000 for you, given enough time, patience, dedication, and discipline. This is how one of the ways to raise money to start a business. That's one of the things I did when I needed money a long time ago. It still works today. Trust me, it works today. I asked one of my students a while back that, can't you do this? And he said, I don't have anybody in my contacts that can do that. And I said, you are not thinking out of the box. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. So you are telling me you don't have even 10 people, 10 in your entire contact list that can give you 2,000 naira. You are a bad person. I swear, you are a bad person. You have spoiled everywhere. You have put in all the churches in your community. That's the reason why you can't do that. But that's not the topic for today. Raising capital is going to be your problem, not mine. I'm just giving you ideas of the things I did. But you know what you need to do. Raise that money. $50 is just 35,000 or 37,000 naira. It's not a lot of money, I swear. 37,000 naira is money I will finish in how many minutes? Well, that's me. But it might be a lot of money to a lot of people. But even though it's a lot of money to you, you can raise it. I guarantee that you can raise it. Simply think outside the box and apply your head. You will raise it. That I know very, very well. I've seen it work several times. So, the minimum fund I will allow anybody, or I would agree to add anybody to the Signal group now is $40 minimum. Because I don't want you to call me after a couple of days and tell me you blew your account. I don't want to hear it from anybody. I want to be sure that whatever money you fund your account with and you start trading, by the time we are done at the end of that 1 month or 2 months, or however the number of days that I'm going to give you that signal, I want to know that that money has grown even by 20%, so that you can say, this is what I brought back from the free training I went to do at Blue Pip Academy. That is enough for me. That's more than enough for me. Thankfully enough, we have a broker that will support whatever little you have. Don't now come and meet me and say, since the broker will give us 100% return, 100% bonus, can I fund $20? No. Fund $40. Let broker give you extra $40. Then you have something to relax and trade with confidence. So go and look for $40. Let the broker support you with the remaining $40 credit. and then trade and see what happens. So that's the first thing. You need a minimum of $40 for your own safety, for your own security. I don't need your money. Your money is not going to do me much. I'm fine. I swear. I am very, very fine. So I don't need your money. Please, it's for your own good. I sound like I'm begging, but because it pains me when my people lose money. Alright, unless you are not my people anyway. If you are not my people, you can fund your $10 and go and blow it, and don't even tell me that you blew it. Please, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Alright, the next thing we want to talk about is how to connect with MT4 or MT5, whichever one that you are going to use. And on that note, I'm going to be sharing screen and show you how to do that, both on the PC and on mobile. So, let's get to work. Okay, first off, you need to install MetaTrader 4 from Play Store if you are on Android device. If you are on an iOS device, I'm sorry, MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 is not available for you guys. So the only thing you can do is to either get an Android device if you want to trade on mobile, or you trade it on your PC. And if your PC is also an iOS PC, if your PC is a Mac, that's an Apple laptop, sorry, there is no MetaTrader for that as well. So you have to use a Windows PC to be able to get MetaTrader. So all you need to do is go to Play Store. If you have not done that already, go to Play Store. Let me share my screen so that you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so go to Play Store. Sorry about that. Now on Play Store, you are going to search for, you can simply type MT4 for those who registered an MT4 account, or MT5 for those who registered an MT5 account. Okay, or you can type it in full, MetaTrader. Why is this one typing Meta in Yoruba? MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. As you can see on the list, they are showing up. So click on the one you want. I already installed mine, so I'm just going to update. Okay, and if it's MetaTrader 5, click on it. This is what it looks like, MetaTrader 5. Let me just update too. Already installed it too, so you just update. So you allow it to install, to finish installing. Once Meta 5 starts installing, that means the 4 was complete. So we're just going to proceed with 4. Alright, so let me switch to MetaTrader 4 now, and what? Yes, I know that. That's why we're using MetaTrader 4. Okay, so Alright, so let's continue. It's back up now. So, as I was saying, let me share my screen, sorry. So once your MT4 is fully installed, switch to MT4, then click on these three dots at the top left corner there. Okay, once you click on it, you will see manage accounts. Alright, click on the manage accounts, and then you will see a list of accounts that you have or that are installed already if you already have accounts. But if you don't have any accounts there, you now click on plus at the top there. Okay, the plus at the top. Let me see if I can get a pen on my screen so I can, highlight some of those things. Network is crazy this night. Okay. We'll have issues with this network. Well, I guess I'm going to have to stick with. Network is terrible everywhere. I guess I'm going to have to stick with mobile for the moment, because even my PC is just doing its own, has a mind of its own on this side here. Alright, so let's just continue to save time. That means we might not have a recording of this, so anybody who misses this has missed it. So once again, click on these three dots at the corner there. So once you click on that at the corner there, once you click on those three dots there, you now have manage accounts. Alright, manage accounts. So once you click on manage accounts, you select the plus at the top right corner there. Just click on the plus and select log into an existing account. Log into an existing account. Now, here is where you type your server name. We're using XM. But your server name, everybody's server name is different. Okay? So, please, go to the email that was sent to you when you registered the account. After you confirm your phone, your email address, the first message they will send to you is to confirm your email address. Once you confirm your email address, you will get a second email. The second email is a welcome message. That welcome message contains your account number, which you already saw on your dashboard, as well as your server name. Okay, your account number and your server name. Now, if you type XM Global there, you will see a list of servers that XM Global owns. I think XM Global owns about 46 servers all over the world hosting Forex service. So your own will tell you which server you are at. They even have server 251. So their own will tell you which server you are using. So if your server was maybe, let's say SM Real Global 251 for instance now. So you just click on it, which is this one. That's this one here. So you see your server name and the number will be there. So just click on it. Click on it and enter your login. Your login is your MT4 login. That's your MT4 account number. That's your login information. Type it there. After that, type your password. So your login might be something like 545263415 or something. Your password, enter the password I usually use to log into XM Global. It's the same. They use a central password. Okay, they use a central password so that it will be easy for you to manage your account. It's not like some brokers that have like 15 different types of password. For checking this, one password. For MT4, another password. No, SM Global uses the same password across board. It's only investor password that is different. You have to set that by yourself, but that's a different thing. You don't need all that information. So just enter your password there. Once you have typed your password accurately, click on the sign in button at the bottom. Click on that sign in button there. Are we together? So click on that sign in button. Once you click the sign in button, if your information is correct and you have selected the correct server name, it should log you in. But if it doesn't log you in, you will see authorization fail somewhere at the bottom here will pop up. Okay, it will roll. Then at the bottom here, authorization fail will pop up there. If authorization fail pops up, then check the information you have entered. Check the server name again, confirm the server name, confirm your account number, and confirm your password. But if it's not authorization fail that pops up, it might be something like network issue. Then you know you have a network problem on your phone. Just retry it. Just click on sign in again and keep clicking sign in until it finally signs in. So people have terrible network in their area, and if that is the case, you might have issues signing in as a result of server issue. So the moment you sign in and your sign-in information is correct, you automatically see your balance. Like you can see the balance, the way you are seeing the balance, the server name and all that here. That's how you will see it. My name, my account number, the server name, and the balance on my account, and the type of account, USD account. You see the same thing for all the other ones too. This is for another account. This is one of the brokers that I stopped using recently. I had to pull all my funds out of there. This is for another account. Sorry about that. This is for another account here. That's another broker that I use. My XM is down there. I don't want to go there because I don't want to confuse people. Now, this is somebody's account that I was helping to monitor at a point. And then I have several other accounts that I monitor down there too. So you are going to see a list like that there. Anyone you want to sign into, all you need to do is just click on it. For instance, if I had multiple accounts, like I have multiple accounts here, and I want to sign into this one here. If I want to sign into this one here, I just need to click on it and select sign in, because my password and username is already there by default. So it automatically signs me in and tells me what my balance is. I can check the history and so on and so forth. I hope we understand that. So that's how MetaTrader 4 works. Now MetaTrader 5 is not much different from that. It's almost the same thing. The only difference is just in the appearance. So for the sake of people who have MetaTrader 5, I'm just going to quickly switch to MetaTrader 5 to just show us. I'm not going to do much things there, just to show us the difference between them. Now this is MetaTrader 5. You see, it's not much different from MetaTrader 4. Sorry, it's not much different from MetaTrader 4. The only difference is that they have definitions at the bottom for all of these symbols. On MetaTrader 4 is just the symbols that are there, no definition. Okay, but on MetaTrader 5 there are definitions for them there. So as you can see, it tells you quotes, charts, trade, history, and messages. So it's just as simple as that. Then at the top, you have accounts, you have manage accounts, just the same way. You click on plus, you enter your server name, XM Global, and then select the server, select the broker, and the broker will automatically give you a list of all the MT5 servers that they have. All the more people use MT4, and that's why you saw that we have almost 50 different MT4 servers. But for MT5 we have only 4 servers at the moment. But the more people we have, the more servers you are going to see there. So if you did MT4, one of these will most likely be your server. So just click on the server, enter your login as always, enter your password, and then click on login. It's as simple as that. And make sure the safe password is checked so that you don't keep entering username and password every time you come to MetaTrader 5. So basically, that's how MetaTrader 5 works. I hope we understand that now. If you understand and you don't have any question, raise up your hand. You understand everything I said? You don't have any question, you are very fine with the training so far, raise up your hand. Very good. I have a good number of hands coming up, which means that we can proceed. So having done that, we'll move on to other things. So we now know how to connect. Now, our signal, how does it look? How does our signal work? That's the next thing we're going to do quickly. We're running out of time. This is taking a little longer than I planned, but I'm going to try and do this. Going to try and do this faster. Let me stop sharing this. Now, our signal is being hosted on WhatsApp. So you are going to be added to a WhatsApp group the moment you sign up, verify your account. I confirm that your account complies with the conditions, and then you fund your account with the appropriate minimum of $40 or more. I swear to you, even if you fund your account with $1,000, I know some people have the fund to put on their account, but they just want to know what level of risk. They want to know, okay, is it possible to lose account? Let me put one finger in this thing first and see whether crocodile will bite the one finger. You can put that in your hands, guys. So let me see whether crocodile will bite the one finger. If crocodile does not bite the one finger, then I'll put I'll put my hand. If it doesn't drag the hand, then I'll put one leg. If it doesn't drag the leg, I can now put the rest of my body. See, it's up to you anyway. It's up to you. So life is risky. Everything is risky. Yes, everything is risky. Okay. So having said that, you decide whether it is a risk worth taking based on the information you have so far. But if it's not a risk worth taking, please don't take it. If it's a risk worth taking, don't stress and don't waste your time. The time you are spending to think about it, people are making the little that they could make, and you don't have a lot of time. I told you, the free signal may not extend more than 1 month. Maybe at the end of 1 month, depending on how much result I see from the group and how much of feedback I am getting, I may decide to extend it some more. But if I don't, at least that 1 month, you know how much you would have gotten. You can choose to pay for mentorship so that you can enjoy signal for much longer than that, for like as much as 6 months. And or you can choose to be paying for signal every month. I don't need mentorship, I have enough. Just be giving me signal, and that's not a problem. So if you pay for signal every month, it's just 30,000 naira. You're paying 30,000 naira for signal every month. So it's entirely up to you. But at least I advise you to take advantage of the opportunity while it's available to you. So having said that, the next thing we want to talk about, I said, is signal and trading contest. So we have two options, or two things that are provided. One is the signal option, which is the free signal that I'm providing for everyone who funded their account. Okay, everyone who funded their account with the minimum required, you get free signal. Fund your account with $40, I'll give you free signal for those 30 days, for 1 month at least. Now, fund your account with $100 or more. Not only will you get free signal, you get registered or you get listed on the contest, which means that at the end of the month, at the end of the 30 days contest, if you win, you are able to raise your account by the highest percentage. You trade carefully. Don't worry, the signal will be provided for you, so you are not going to stress yourself to look for how to trade. Don't worry. Don't even bother taking trades on your own. Just follow the signal carefully. You trade carefully, you manage your risk well, you don't lose much money, but you make more profit. At the end of the day, you grow your account by more than 70%, which is more than easy to do with my signal. Grow your account with up to 70% and have the highest percentage. You win $100 from me. I'm going to transfer $100 to you. You can choose to spend it, you can choose to fund your account with it and continue trading. Now, if you are the second person in the contest, the first person wins $100, the second person wins $75, and the third person will win $50. Then the next 10 people will win 5,000 recharge card each, any network that they want. Even if you want MTEL, I'll look for it. Any network at all for you. If I can't find the network, I'll send you the cash to go and look for the network by yourself. So that is the contest. But the condition for the contest is that you have at least $100 funded on your account. Then you can be entered for the contest and you qualify to win, and you may qualify to win the prizes from me. So having said that, I've talked about the signal qualification. Now, what does the signal look like? So for those who haven't seen my signal before, I'm going to show you what the signal group looks like. I told you it's on WhatsApp. So you have to pay attention to your WhatsApp. Enable notification on that group at least. Okay? There are two groups. I have my VIP signal where the mentorship people are. That group is non-negotiable and is always available to everyone who is. I'm seeing some weird things here. I'm going to investigate it later. Sorry for the disruption. Okay? Someone must have shared my VIP link. I'm going to fish out the person that did that, and I'm going to punish that person. If you are the person, you better reach out to me by yourself. My mentorship students, if you are among those that shared my link to someone who is not supposed to be there, reach out to me by yourself and report yourself. You will not receive the punishment. But if you don't reach out and I fish you out by myself, then I'll punish you for doing that. I already told everyone not to share that. Okay, so we have two groups, two signal groups, VIP and free VIP. Okay, VIP is for mentorship students. The free VIP is a free group. However, I have merged the two of them into a single community of signal, blue pip signal, where I post everything. So all the signals come into this place now. Now this is what my signal looks like. I post a signal and tell you what to do. Most of the time my signal will come as one single line. Look at this. It started as, this was 7 o'clock in the morning. It started as sell gold. This is it. Sell gold now. Now, when I posted that, you see the reason why I don't start with all the other information is because sometimes the market is moving too fast and I don't want you to lose much pips. So I just tell you sell or buy. So all you need to do is just take the trade. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So this is what the signals look like anyway on the group. Now when you are going to take the trade, here is how you do that. If I post a signal and say sell gold now, what you need to do is go to your MT4 or MT5 depending on which one you are using. You signed in already. Click on, this is a strong account so I can afford to play with it. So go to the quotes where you have the quotes, that is this up and down arrow here. Find gold there or XAU USD depending on the broker. If you're on the same broker with me, we'll most likely have the same name, gold. But this is a different broker, that's why it's XAU USD. So click on new order or open chart. Now I always advise my students to also understand the charts and know the reason why you have a signal. So if I say sell, you look at the chart and say okay, sell looks good. Everything tells me that the market is still selling, so I could actually sell here. Do we understand that? Now, so all you need to do, once you have seen, you have confirmed it, the next thing is to click on this small button at the top right corner there, that plus there. Click on it. So once you click on it, you see this setup. This is where you are going to set everything about your trade. Your stop loss is here, your take profit is here. This is where you set your lot size depending on your account balance. I have a 2,000 something account, $2,900 account here, which means I can actually do one standard lot or more, but I don't do that. Even on my $2,000 account, you will notice that I never trade more than 0.02 or 0.03, even though most of my accounts are in $2,000 and above. So you now say, you just come here, come to this lot size, depending on your account size, type in the lot size you want to use, 0.10. That's it. Alternatively, you can use any of these buttons here to add or remove lot sizes. So if I want to make it 0.20 now, I just click on this one here. Okay, that will add 0.10 to what is already there. So if I click this, it becomes 0.20. If I click this second one here, this one here, it's going to add 0.01 to it. That's just what it means. So let's click that and see. Click that and you get 0.021. click the negative part of that same one, remove that one, click the negative part of the other one, remove the other one too. So you keep reducing or increasing depending on the lot size you are using and depending on your account size. So once you have done that, remember I only said sell. I didn't tell you stop loss or take profit. So ignore those ones immediately and just click on sell at the bottom there. See there, sell. If the instruction is to buy, see buy here, click on buy. It's as simple as that. So click on sell. The order is open. Click on open. See your trade is running 0.01, 3.65 in loss at the moment. Every trade starts on a negative. I said it before in your first training. Watch your training. Every trade always starts on a negative. So the reason it starts on a negative because of what we call spread. Now this is one of the brokers with the biggest spread. However, they are very crazy broker, but there's something I like about them. It's personal. I'm not going to talk about it because we are not using that for this class. But this broker is only for people who can afford to do 1,000 plus. They don't do small accounts. Okay, they don't do small accounts, so don't even consider $50 or $100 on this broker. So forget it. Now, the next thing on that signal group, more instruction now comes later, and it says sell gold now at this price, which is where we entered. Stop loss is 1883. So I will go to my what's it called, my trade, go to the chart if possible, see where 1883 is, and set my stop loss there. Now at the moment 1883 is somewhere around here. Yeah, this is where 1883 is. That's a long way off. We will not put, for this trade I will not put stop loss there anyway, because that stop loss is about, this is 1868 right now. That stop loss is about almost 150 pips. You don't want to risk that. So but anyways, if you got that instruction, all you need to do is just come here on your trade like this, slide left. Okay, just hold down on it and slide it left. That tray will pop up. On that tray, this one here is to close the trade at the current position. So if you want to close it in the loss of 4.55, click that button to close the trade. If you don't want to do that, the second button, the pencil, is to edit that trade. That is to add stop loss or add take profits. Do you understand? Add stop loss, add take profit, change your stop loss, change your take profit. That's where you do that. The third button, which is this one here, is to take you to the chart of this trade. So let's start with that one. So if I click on that button now, it automatically opens the chart for me. Let's go back to the trade, slide again, click on this first one. It tells you close with loss 5.00. Do you want to, if you want to close it, click on this. So anytime I tell you close now, even if it is in loss and it has not hit your stop loss or take profit, that's what you will do. Just come there, just slide on your trade. Sorry, let me go back. Just slide on your trade and click on the first one and close. That's how to close the trade. But we don't want to close this yet. We want to edit it. So click on edit button. It says your stop loss is 1883. Type 1883. If there is any point, set 1883.6. You have set that one. Take profit. Set your take profit to, let's say the take profit is at 1860. Let's say 1866 or 1865. So 1865.6 if there's a point there. So if there's point in the instruction, let me check if there's any point in any of them here. This one does not have any points, but there are some of them that will have point here. Like this one has point. TP 158.9. Go and set 158.9. You type it exactly as it is there. I hope we understand that. So that is how the signals work and how to execute it on your MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5. Please be careful. If you are using as a beginner, always trade on only one account. Don't say, now I know how to trade, and tell your brother who has money, who works in a CBN, to give you $5,000 to trade, and you will fund it on another account and have the two of them running on MT4 like Mr. Sebastian has. Mr. Sebastian has plenty accounts on his MT4. So you also have plenty account on your MT4, and then you'll be jumping from one account to the next. If you do that, you will blow accounts. This is one of the reasons why I do not manage accounts for people anymore, because most people wanting to manage account are not ready to fund with $5,000 and above, and me, I will not manage your account if it's less than $5,000. Vicentin Bagu, you are asking a question. To trade on $100 to $200, how many positions can I open? I think I answered that question already. Please, I already answered that question. Depending on your leverage, if you are using 1 to 888, which is you are opening accounts with my instruction and my link, you can open, if you have $200, you can open up to 5 positions, 0.01 or 0.02. If you are $100, do open more than 3 positions, and that's just it. Okay, so now that's one option to modify your trade. Now the second option to modify your trade is, instead of sliding on that trade, okay, instead of sliding like this, my network is doing abracadabra again. Okay, so instead of sliding left, just hold down on it and a pop-up will ask you what you want to do. Okay, that is very easy for the novice because it tells you exactly what it does: close order, new order, modify order, or chart, which is basically the same thing that I just explained to you. So these are the two options to check your trade. The last option is go to the chart. If it's chart, go to the chart, or go to quotes and change the currency pair GBP JPY, open chart, and it gives you the chart. So that's if you want to view the chart. Now we have covered how to identify the position you want to trade, how to take your trade, how to close your trade, how to modify your trade. Sometimes I will give instruction that you should layer. Please pay attention here. Sometimes I tell you to layer. When I ask you to layer, it means that you should add one more position. So let's say you take a trade and it's going against you, but remember that our signal says that we should trade within a range of where is it? Within a range of 1878 to 1881, which means that as long as price is still within that range, you can still enter the position. So your first position will be at 1881. If price continues to go up, which is it continues to buy as we call it, then you have a chance to enter more position as it is going up, so that you can win more trades and make more profit. But this is only available for people who have the capital to do that. Remember, your margin level percent must never drop below 500 while you are taking trades. Never drop below 500. Don't ever try it. Okay, so if I say layer and you have like $500, $600, $200, $400, and your margin level percent is still showing you above 1000, then what you need to do is just go to the trade. You can slide or hold down on it. This network is mad. Let's wait for it to wake up. Okay, it's awake now. Hold down on it and choose new order. So it just takes you to the order and automatically sets the same lot size that you took before for you on that same currency pair. Alternatively, go to the chart. Go to the chart for gold. Where is gold? Click on it, select new order, and sell again. Now, most of the time, when I ask you to layer, I would usually recommend that you adjust your stop loss, your take profit, to a different position. So if the instruction is to adjust take profit, all you need to do is just go and adjust your take profit. Let me see if I did that anywhere. Okay, see it here. This is it. I did that with this GBP JPY trade. At the point it was going negative of close to 15 pips or 10 pips, and I said layer now, set TP to TP1. So that means that the moment I say set TP to TP1, it means that you should forget TP2, forget TP2, forget TP3, forget TP open, and target only TP1. Set all your trades to TP1. that means I am almost confident that it will definitely get to that point. So all you need to do is just set all your take profits to that point. That will give you more trades, more positions for more profits, and you can actually make more money from that. So I get to do that a lot. And then I sometimes will tell you to break even. Now when I ask you to break even, it means your trade is already running in good profits. But for those who open multiple positions and they did not close all of them, or they set TP1, TP2, TP3, then close the one of TP1. That would have been hit already. TP2, let it stay there. Move your stop loss from its current position. For this one now, stop loss would have been 159.6 on this very GBP JPY trade. Move it from its current position, which is 159.6, to the entry position, which is where you enter the trade. At the moment, it may be 159.3. So you will now go and edit your stop loss to 159.3. What that does for you is that if the trade, something happened, village people got involved, bomb fell in that country, maybe Ukraine attack Saudi Arabia, anything happens, and maybe news came up and market just turns around and started going in the opposite direction, you will not lose everything again to the stop loss and go back to negative. Instead, it's just going to hit the stop loss at the point you entered. So you will not lose anything in the trades that were still running, but the first profit that you took will still be there for you. So you end up with one profit instead of no profit and more loss. I hope you understand that. If you understand everything we've done so far as entry, exit, modification, layer, and break even is concerned, please raise your hand. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Nice, hands are popping up. It means that we understand. I love that. I love that. I love that. We're doing a good job. Awesome. Are you serious? Wow. Awesome. Okay. You said what?
My network signal is not stable in this area.
It's okay. I'm recording it. I'll post the recorded this thing later.
Okay, sir.
So that we don't waste time. I can't begin to repeat all that now. It's still being recorded, so don't worry. I'll post the recording later. Alright, so tonight we won't be able to do the trading system. Time is far gone already. We won't be able to do the trading system part of this training. But I'm going to organize one more training. After I have merged the group, I will post the link for that training. We'll talk about the day we'll hold that training. Occasionally, I'll be doing trainings like this. So, teach us new systems to trade. Teach us new things that are happening in the market. How to manage and trade better and make more profit. We share experiences. We ask questions. We deal with questions. Even though this was originally reserved only for mentorship students, but something is telling me to extend it